overall, first of all, we are very happy to be here, and thank you for inviting us to BioAsia. It's a big pleasure and honor to be here. And you have an excellent crowd here, from investors to scientists from different organizations that are promoting biotech, representatives from the public sector. And it's a great way to bring different stakeholders to one place and have a discussion. At Flagship, we are very unique because we are a one-stop shop of innovation with our own original science, with founders, also our own, and capital that we raise every 3 years in a so-called global fund that we are investing in our special origination process that we have. So for an outside investor, they can either invest in the global fund, and then they get access usually to 25 companies, because every global fund invests in approximately 25 companies, or they can invest directly into the companies that we create, starting after a certain phase, once I think there is some de-risking happened through our special approach with Flagship Pioneering. And we believe that first of all, there is lots of opportunities in biotechnology to apply that for human health, but also for planetary health, because the biology of plants is also similar, so we can use the same science and adapt it to that. So that's why about 20% of our activities are also in that sustainability agtech space. Secondly, we are trying with a replicable process to get away from this artisanal, lottery-based, you are lucky and you find something, with a systematic stage gate approach that is replicable and increases the success rate. Thirdly, we are applying artificial intelligence and have been doing that for over 6 years, so before anybody was talking about it. So all our companies are AI enabled. And lastly, we are very open to partnerships and to leading thinking in different areas, be it for specific medicines, being for disease areas, being for enabling technologies broader. So with that, we believe we have a unique approach. And then to Asia, we believe is very important as part of our global expansion. We believe in the next 2 decades, this will allow us to accelerate our development of companies by tapping into the research, to the science, to the talent base, to the capital base in Asia, and actually bringing the Flagship ecosystem to Asia, connecting it with the local ecosystem, and at the same time helping to promote the local ecosystem. So that's our vision for Asia, and we very much look forward to our collaboration. And Taiwan especially is very important, and I had exposure to Taiwan in my pre-Flagship time as leader of advanced industries at McKinsey, so with TSMC, Foxconn, and all those big ICT leaders, global leaders. And I have learned to appreciate, I would say, the hard working ethic here, the high aspirations the companies have, the long-term thinking that is happening, and also the government support. But with that, I would pass on to my colleague.
Very excited to be back to Taiwan here. I'm Sabrina Yang. I'm the senior principal at Flagship, also one of the co-founders of Empress. I think that Taiwan has, of course, world-leading ICT industry and world-class healthcare systems, and among many others, such as talent and just the culture here of hard working. So I think that when it comes to collaboration with Flagship and the ecosystem, biotech ecosystem in Boston, and how do we bridge that to Taiwan, I think that it's really a long-term thinking where company creation takes a village, it takes a team, right? It starts with an idea, it starts with academic research, sometimes it starts with some papers that seem crazy but possible. And I think that the thing is, how do you turn a big idea into a company? That's the bridge where I think it would be great to start to bring the expertise and knowledge of people who've done it multiple times at Flagship, but also many other places, to Taiwan and exchange the concept of how we might be able to work together to tap into the innovations happening in Taiwan all the time, the research centers, and translate that into companies. And from there, there's a whole wealth of how do you protect, your IP, how do you think about a business model, how do you bridge your ideas with global pharmaceutical companies to maximize your value. There's a lot of partnership and learnings that Flagship has done, including the most recent, what we call innovation supply chain concept, where Flagship creates new ideas in companies, and we then work with big pharma companies as a way to supply new thinking into the pipeline of big companies. How might we leverage that same model into the innovations happening in Taiwan long term as we create companies locally and beyond Taiwan is one area I think would be quite exciting to explore. But I think we got to start somewhere, as André said. And so one way we're exploring working with Taiwan is to work with the capital partners in Taiwan who have been investing globally, supporting companies, share the big vision of platforms and how that could transform the world. Working with Flagship, maybe through an example of working with Empress and other companies, to get to know each other as a way to bridge that gap of capital markets in Taiwan and Boston. And we hope that would serve a great foundation for us to start working together as we have more engagements in the broader Asia.